Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shellraiser, and I love this toy. I've had this one for a while, and it's taken me long enough to get to it, but we're finally reviewing it. This was the new mode of transportation that they came up with in the Nick Turtles cartoon, the one that started airing in 2012, and it's currently still on the air right now. And yeah, they came up with a whole new concept of the vehicle, which I really enjoyed, and it was that Donatello converted a subway car and turned it into their kind of a mobile base kind of deal. And it had the capabilities to go on the road, just like the old turtle truck did, but it also had capabilities to work on the subway rails, just like it was originally intended to do, which is really, really cool, and a concept that I really, really dig. This toy was originally released in 2012, and it retailed for approximately $30. And as of the time of this recording, you can still find it in stores now and then. I see it on shelves every once in a while, so it's still out in the wild. And if you haven't picked this guy up, and you've been on the fence about it, or you know, not really sure, I recommend picking it up and checking it out because it's actually a very, very fun toy. So here the truck itself is approximately 13 inches long and about 7.5 inches tall at the top of the truck here, 9 if you want to go to the top of this cannon here. And as you can see, it's just, it looks like a big box as a subway car would look. And you've got some of the grading, like you would think like the windows here in the front are where the conductor is at in a subway car. And you can see a lot of that detail there. And yeah, so it's very reminiscent of what a subway car would look like. But then you've also got these wheels here with these mechanisms. And the way that this works is Donatello converted this. You can see some of the sticker detail here. You can see some of the subway wheels down there. And the way this would work is that they would get into the car, you know, underground in the subways, where they kept it. And it would work as a subway car, but then they would hit a ramp to go up to the surface. And so while it was in subway car mode, all the wheels were actually up here at top, and they would slide down whenever they went up to the surface, and it would function as a truck, as a kind of like a tactical truck, which is a really super cool concept, just something that I really, really dig. I thought was very creative. Unfortunately, the toy itself does not do that. I really wish they would have added that as a feature, having the wheels slide up and down, and then maybe possibly have some little tiny wheels on the bottom that would be reminiscent of what subway car wheels would be like. It's a missed opportunity, I think. That would have been a fun feature to have. But going all the way around, you can see all the details of everything that Donatello did. And like I said, this is an older vehicle. This is my daughter's. So it's got some wear and tear on it. So some of the stickers are going to be peeling off. But you can see up here, you got some thrusters or some jet engines that Donatello put in there, some piping and tubing and wiring and whatnot, and then you know, a lot of like graffiti like you would see in subway cars in New York. They've also added some cannons here, so you got a cannon on the side and a cannon up the top here. Now this one doesn't do anything, but this one does. So getting into some of the features, looking inside, I'm gonna open these up on this these accent panels on the top and the side here, just so that I can open. There's an access hatch here in the front, and you can see inside it's pretty hollow. There's not a whole lot going on in here, which is a good thing and it's a bad thing. And I say that because we're used to some of the older vehicles having seats inside and a lot of detail and maybe some computer consoles and stuff like that. This doesn't have anything like that, but what this does offer is a lot of room to put turtles in here. For the longest time, this was actually the storage for all of my daughter's Ninja Turtle toys. Obviously, at this point, she's outgrown this, and I mean that in that her collection has outgrown this, not that she's outgrown it age-wise. She still plays with this stuff every day, but yeah, her collection has gotten to a point where it just doesn't fit in here anymore. She's got one of the big 4-foot turtles now, but it used to be all her Ninja Turtle figures were kept in here, which was really, really cool. Getting into some of the features, as you saw right here in the front, there is an access ramp, so you can just pull this guy straight down. And, you know, this would be where maybe the conductor or the driver would be standing at. Now, you do have a peg down here in the front, so you could take one of the turtles, any of the turtles, it doesn't matter, or any other figure for that matter, and you can peg them down there. And there you go. You can kind of have them just reaching out like that. and maybe going in and attacking. Like if they're attacking some of the foot, they can just be, you know, ramming into them like that, or, you know, anything you want to come up with. Really, your imagination has no limit. So there you go. I'm going with Raphael because that's the figure they showed in the box art, was Raphael sticking out of the front there. And then you've also got an access door here, and this is going to feature a very, very cool attack mode here. So let's go ahead and use Michelangelo. I'm going to go with him because a couple of reasons. What we're going to want to do here, first off, go ahead and take this pipe up here on the top, and if you press on that, this whole piece is going to come out. And what this is going to do is this is going to have a kind of like a spin kick ninja attack. I don't remember exactly what this was called. It's been a long time since we saw the box. But I'm going to go with Mikey for a couple of reasons. A, he's the shortest, so I'm fairly safe that when he comes out, he's not going to hit anything else. And then also, it's Michelangelo. If anybody's going to be doing flips and kicks and stuff like that, it's likely going to be him. So what you're going to want to do is go ahead and get your turtle or your figure and just have his hands clamp up here to the top bar right there. And then if you look over on the top here, there's a little arrow that's pointing in the clockwise direction. So we're going to want to take that and turn him around, you know, 3 or 4 times or so, not too many. And then go ahead and just push this guy in all the way until it locks into place. And there you go. Michelangelo is ready to go. So now what we're going to do is we'll take Raph out, close that door, and we'll close this door. And let's set up some foot soldiers here. Let's set up some unsuspecting foot soldiers that are coming up to attack the turtles and their Shellraiser. Our foot soldiers here, and they're coming up and they're going to attack the turtles on the Shellraiser. They're unsuspecting, and we're going to go ahead and press down on this pipe here, and Michelangelo's going to come out and hit my hand, but then when I move my hand, he's going to spin around and take out the foot. How cool is that? This is such a cool attack feature right there. You can just wind him right back up again and put him back inside, and he's ready to go one more time. Just like that. It's a very cool feature. I absolutely love that right there. So we'll get Mikey out, and we'll go into the last feature here. And we got one more feature up here at the top. As you can see, there is a cannon. We have another access hatch up here. And what's cool about this is that you see those rails at the top of the truck there. And you can take any of the turtles, and these are perfect for fitting hands right there. So you can grip your turtles right there, and they can just kind of ride on the top of the truck like so. There isn't really like a step stool or any seating or anything like that for those guys down there. So at least they're able to grab onto that rack right there, or these rails right here, and hold on right there. So you can do a couple different things with that, and we'll see that here in a second. But let's go ahead and show off that cannon, which is going to be our last attack feature. And so as you can see, it's just a regular cannon right there. We got a button up here at the top. If you press on that, it's going to shoot off a missile. It's spring-loaded missile. It's pretty powerful. We're going to demonstrate that in a second. And as you can see, it's kind of like a little just regular generic missile, really. I don't know what even to call that. But there is a couple of handles right here. They're not huge. they're a little difficult to grab onto, but it is possible to take your turtle. And again, the box art showed Donatello manning the cannon, so he's the one that I'm going to put on here. And you can have your turtle grab onto these handles. It can be a little work. So, you know, if it proves to be too much work, then you can just kind of have him holding onto the rails the way that I had Leonardo a second ago. And that works as well. But I really kind of want to show off because this is doable. And it does look kind of cool when you have him holding onto the cannon. There we go. Turn his head a little bit. I love how this works with no problems when I'm practicing and setting up the video, and then when I actually have the camera rolling, it never works. So there you go. There's Donatello manning the cannon right there, and then we can bring in Leonardo, and like I said, these rails here work for any of the turtle figures. They can just grab onto this. So we'll go ahead and just peg him into that, and there's no foot peg or anything on here, but it does work as a step. So there you go. You can have Leonardo standing there just like so, And there we go. So we're ready to fire off some cannons and try to take out some foot. And here we have our unsuspecting foot soldiers approaching the turtle van under the command of Shredder. And Donatello's not having any of it. Donatello's in the cannon. He's ready to go. Leonardo's in the back giving the commands. And we're just going to point this guy right down. And boom, there we go. The foot are out. This is such a cool feature right there. Okay, so there we have one last look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2012 Nick Turtles Shellraiser. Very, very cool vehicle. It's a very cool playset, a lot of fun, very cool features. If you skipped out on this guy, or if you've been on the fence, not sure about it, I know that this put a lot of people off because it just looked like a box that didn't do anything. It's totally worth checking out. It's still in stores now. If you can still find it, it's retailing for approximately $30. Definitely recommend checking this guy out. It's a lot of fun. It's just very cool vehicle and a lot of fun to play with, and just to add to any Ninja Turtles collection. And I think with that, we've pretty much covered the Nick Turtles 2012 Shellraiser. What did you think of this vehicle, and what would you like to see me review next? Let me know by leaving me a comment. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.